It's like the price of unleaded has gone up so much, but the price of premium is oh, welcome. Wow, that sounded super gay. I am gay though, in more ways than one. No, I mean like gay as in like happy or something, you know? Because man, am I fucking happy. I mean like, this should just be obvious to anybody watching why I'm happy. She's been down for like 2 months. She's been down for 2 months. I had to redo the fork seals. Actually, I ordered fork seals and they came in, and then I realized they were actually the wrong size of fork seal. So then I had to wait, I don't know, I had to go get new ones. So right now I'm trying to like redo my thing with eBay or whatever. Return the ones that don't fit. And these ones I got from the Cowie dealer, so you'd think that they'd fit, but the dust cover kind of likes to ride up a little bit, and it's whatever. Fork seals work, they're not leaking. I fucking did the graphics and everything, so it's all good. All good in the hood. You got the green light, you can go. That guy's not going either. I think that he thinks that he can go straight. You know that you gotta turn, right? Kind of interested to see how this one plays out for him. That's a turn only, Holmes. And look at this guy, just like riding straight down the middle. I am sorry about the audio. It's really fucking windy today. You might think to yourself, wow, 2 months is a really long time just to get fork seals done. Well, part of that was also when I dropped it on the trail the last time. You guys don't see any of that footage because I lost that footage because my SD card snapped in half. But I dropped it on the trail doing a little hill climb. It fell over on some rocks and then it wouldn't start. I hit the button, absolutely nothing happened. I've been trying to troubleshoot it for a while. I was kind of avoiding it because I had some other stuff I had to get done. I finally figured it out. So there's really no point in me talking, so all I'm doing is screaming over the wind at anything over here. Anyway, the main thing was that I wasn't starting. So the KLR has two parts of the starter, solenoids. It has a starter solenoid, which, you know, is the thing that the battery connects to, and it's like, okay, yeah, start the engine. So the audio for this portion was just too bad. Essentially what I'm talking about here is the KLR has two different things. I just talked about the starter solenoid. But the starter solenoid has kind of a dummy switch attached to it, which is the starter solenoid circuit relay, which essentially is connected to the safety switches, and it kind of bounces off the, it's like a switch, it bounces off the solenoid and confirms that the bike is allowed to start. So when I would hit the button, absolutely nothing would happen, no clicks or anything, and generally, if it's the battery or pretty much anything else, it'll at least click. It didn't do that at all. I had to test a bunch of different stuff, eventually figured out it was that relay piece. So what I did, it looked like I pulled that relay piece, and it looks like it's a fairly standard part. I go to an auto parts store and I lay it on the counter and I say, do you guys have something that looks like this? And the guy, you know, asks what I'm riding. And so I tell him 93 KLR650. He looks it up. He's like, I don't know what this is. I can't find the part number. It's like, that's great because neither could I. There's like no information about this part online anywhere. And so my next stop is the Kawasaki dealer. Unfortunately, my main guy isn't there, and I don't think that they actually like rung up the right part, but they said that that little relay, or I think they might have been talking about the solenoid, was going to be $48. It's like, yeah, no. So my next stop is Kent Power Sports, and by this time I'm getting a little annoyed because it looks like it's a really simple part, so I'm starting to look up some information. The guy at Kent finally is somebody who could fucking help me. And we come to the same conclusion pretty much at the exact same time, that it's a really standard relay out of, like an AC relay out of Toyota, Mitsubishi, Subaru, a bunch of different manufacturers like that. And he's like, yeah, but I don't have one here because it's a stupid part to have on a bike. And so he's like, go to an auto parts store. So I go to O'Reilly's, I lay it down. I said, you got something like this? He asks what I have, and I say, you're not going to find it if you look up what I have. Look for, you know, an AC relay out of a Toyota. And he looks it up, it's like, yeah, I got one of those, $12. Slapped it in the bike, turned over immediately. Wouldn't start though, so I actually had to take the carb apart and clean it, and man, that's got to be one of the most stressful parts, is waiting for the carb to fill back up. So you're sitting there at shit, fuck, and then finally it fires and it catches and the bike is working and you don't have to kill yourself. But you know what? She started, and I got something to show you guys, because one of the things that I did, well, I worked on this mural actually. I did some of those butterflies and all the cracks around her hands. What I did, I finally got around to repainting the bike, dude. Yeah. I refreshed the paint. It's the same that it was before, same colors and everything. The yellow might be a little bit brighter. I refreshed the paint because, you know, I'd gone down on it a few times, so there was some blue showing through. It was cracked a little bit, and I mean, it's not a great job. Like, you can still kind of see where the damage was and everything. It's Rattle-can though. It's a KLR. Nobody cares, dude. But I also, the big thing was that I got these graphics. My boy Tigers, he sent me these graphics. He has his own graphics company, Gas Heart. So if you want anything that's like super cool, go give him hit him up or something, dude. But yeah, I serviced her. The forks, like I said, this one is riding up a little bit. I don't know, I might do something about that. Whatever. Cleaned her up. And I thought the funniest thing I did was, I was gonna try and pop this dent out, but I can't get anything through the little tiny hole that you put the gas in enough to get that out, so I'm like, okay, whatever. My secondary for doing that was that I was gonna make it look like bullet holes, so all's good. So yeah, I guess this is kind of a reveal video. Something like that. I still have a few little things. It's not 100% done. There's some no step stickers. Some I think I'm getting a one of the airplane, like the Air Force ones that are on the airplanes, and I'm probably gonna slap that on somewhere. And the biggest thing still is I need to do reflective tape. And I got the temperature gauge working again. I don't know if you guys saw that. I finally found what it was. If you guys remember a little while ago, I was talking about rats chewing my wires. And I got headlight and everything. That was just a fuse. Super easy. I had rats chewing my turn signals. But they also got in fucking somehow underneath the tank and got the wire coming straight out of the top of the engine, which was the temperature gauge wire. But so temperature gauge is working again finally, just in time for summer, so that's great because I don't feel like overheating at any point here. Lights working. Can't tell you how happy I am about this. It's been too long, and it's been a really big source of stress for me. Could use new grips at some point too, but that's not super big. One of the things I could also use is a new brake lever, so I can finally push that up where it needs to be. But small things, you know, man. Also the turn signals. That's probably one of my my next purchases for the bike is turn signals, because let me tell you, just riding around having to use my hands everywhere I go to say where I'm going, really super inconvenient. I know some people live with it. I don't know. I'm spoiled. One of the biggest things is, you know, when you're riding at night, which I am prone to doing, going fast on the highway, you kind of got to let people know what you're doing, kind of. I know a lot of people don't, but I prefer using my turn signals because I scream at other people who don't. So, turn signals, what I'm probably going to do is get flush LED turn signals. I gotta see how to do an LED conversion. I'm also bumping neutral a lot right now. I think that's probably just the oil. That happens a lot when the oil is starting to get a little dirty, but it's not quite time for an oil change yet. Tank grips for the sides, because I'm sick and tired of my knee guards scratching the shit out of my paint. That's why they're inside my pants right now. But yeah, I had like huge streaks all along the inside here, so I was like, if I get some clear tank grippers, maybe that will subside. I guess the cool thing about not having turn signals is that I'm never going to accidentally leave them on.